Hey! Hey! Oh. What is this?
I just realized.
Welcome to iCarly. Okay, what?
Welcome back to Video Hotline. I realized that when I started uploading these to Spotify that we really don't have an intro and we need one. Because it's like actually very jarring.
It's stale.
It's jarring.
Like,
to hit play and then it's like, so what did you do? And I was like, yo.
Yeah, there's no introduction.
Whoa.
Yo,
also,
ask me my name first.
Yo, there's also like a white noise that's like circulating around this bitch.
It sounds like a dental.
It really does. It's got a vibe.
Sounds like a dental drill.
Something's not right.
Yeah.
What's your name? Tell us about yourself.
Oh my god. Wait, oh my god.
Oh yeah.
I'm Gloria.
That's so nice to meet you, Gloria.
Glorg for short.
Uh-huh.
I'm of age.
Okay.
So if you heard to know how old I am, I'm of age. You don't need to know anything.
That's all you need
further.
to know.
I'm just of age. I can do it.
Okay.
And I've done it.
Oh.
So that's all you need to know.
Oh.
And
I
do it again.
I do it.
Yeah, do it again.
Yeah.
What else? I collect stickers.
Okay.
I haven't in a minute,
Okay.
but I like to collect stickers.
Okay.
I have a really big sticker collection.
Okay.
In my bedroom back in Arizona, because that's where I'm from. I'm from Arizona, like Bella from Twilight.
Right.
And she's
the only other person from Arizona.
Of course. The president of Arizona. And yeah, what else? Yeah, I don't really have hobbies.
I wasn't really asking for that kind of introduction, but
keep going. Well, you asked for my name.
Yeah.
And you said, tell me about yourself, and I did. So that's kind of awkward.
Tell me about yourself?
You totally did. And it was recorded, so I could play it back.
I missed that.
You said, hey, what's your name? Tell me about yourself.
I guess that just kind of rolled off the tongue.
Yeah.
That happened to me the other day.
Your turn.
The other day at In-N-Out, I like instinctively was like, oh, like, how's your night? And then he answered, but I had forgotten that I had asked, how's your night? And when he answered, he like mumbled, and I was like, sorry. And he was like, what? And I was like, huh? And he was like, I thought you asked me how's your night. And I was like, oh. I just like forgot.
Oh, so you're an empty question asker?
I guess so.
Yeah.
It's just like instinct, I guess. I'm Erin. That's it. That's all you really need to know. I'm Erin. I'm of age.
You've done it too.
I've done it too. I'm from Ohio. Not do it.
Do it.
And not do it again.
I'd do it.
Would I do it again?
So no.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't personally.
Would you do it again?
No, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't do anything.
It's been a long time since we've reconnected here.
It has.
It's been a second.
Because we filmed 2 episodes in a row last time.
That was really difficult, and honestly, it was really difficult.
Really? I thought they both.
Well, I think they were like. I feel like we did, but I feel like structurally, I was like.
Yeah, it felt weird.
It's off.
But then when you think about it, people do this every single day.
Yeah.
So in my brain, I was like, I could do this 2 days in a row. It's fine.
I guess you're right.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Technically, we do this every single day.
That's true.
It's just not on camera.
Right. You're right.
So
you're right. Well, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Did I go to Arizona after that?
You went to Arizona?
Did I not? No, did I go anywhere? No, you went somewhere.
I went somewhere.
No, right. Okay, the weekend you went somewhere. I went out in LA.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and then the weekend after that, I went to Miami.
Yep.
The days in between that was just work. Boo. Yeah. So, but it was very eventful. Lots of things have happened. I would like to get into this one specific incident that had happened on the plane on my way to Miami. But before we get into that, how about you?
Not much. I mean, I went to Ohio for a week. In case you forgot where I'm from. I'm from Ohio. Went there for a week. It was great. It was lovely. Just kind of like vibed.
Did you get to see your ancestors?
My ancestors.
Yeah, because that's where you're from. The Ohio diaspora.
Oh, no, because they're dead.
Well, you didn't say hi?
I guess I did. Like, I felt the warmth of their touch.
Yeah.
While I was there.
Because your bloodline is there.
Yeah.
Has been there.
Mm-hmm. I felt it, like, come up through my feet on the bare roads. You know? Yeah. I went to Guts tour.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Guts tour, phenomenal, such a good time. Love her so much. What a cutie. I felt incredibly old, incredibly old. But it was a good time regardless. But young crowd. I definitely was like, oh. It was either like teenagers or like 40-year-olds, and I felt like I was like
their moms,
because parents, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I felt like I was like a really weird in between. I didn't honestly see anyone else my age.
Did they have those butterfly cups at your guys' show?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they didn't? Okay, so at my show, they had butterfly-shaped cups with straws. It was basically like a water bottle shaped like a butterfly. You could spend like $5 extra to get a drink in there.
Yeah.
But they ran out by the time that I got there because me and Amanda were trying to buy one. And
see, that would have made me feel more fun.
Right?
Because otherwise I felt
they sold out.
Like old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, tragic.
Did you get merch or anything?
I didn't buy merch. But did you see that they have merch at Target? Like Guts tour merch at Target.
No.
So I'm about to hit up Target.
I didn't know.
The line was so long and I was like, I'm not doing that. Also, I wore my Olivia Rodrigo t-shirt to the show, so I was like, I really don't need merch. I also really don't need merch.
Totally.
Really don't need merch.
Same.
And this was before I found out that I oversaved on my tax return. And am still broke, but less broke.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, that's all I did. Oh, and then I came back to LA on Friday, so you were in Miami when I came back. And I, like, really just hung out here. But I hung the shelves back up in my room, and then I read, like, a lot of my book. Like, I read a lot of my book, and I am getting it now. I was really struggling because I took book 3, I took book 1 and 4 of the series, like, to Ohio to read it. And I was really struggling to get through the prequel. Because you read it after you read books 2 and 3.
Remind us what you're reading?
I'm reading Throne of Glass.
Okay.
So you read 2, 3, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Right.
Because there's a cliffhanger at the end of 4 that makes it hard for you to go back to 1 afterwards. So that's why they recommend that you read 1 between 3 and 4. But I honestly was kind of like, I was just already invested in the story. So when I had to go back and read 1, I was kind of like bored, and I was like kind of struggling through it because I was like, I don't know these stories, but I already know the consequences. So I was like fighting. But then when I read 4 on Sunday, honestly, Sunday was like a really good day for me. I like woke up, I was super productive. I like went on a long walk. I like listened to some stuff. I hung my shelves. I like got a lot of shit done. And then for like 8 hours, I laid in my bed and I read that book. And it clicked. It clicked. It clicked. I'm like excited that I'm finally at the point, because I was like, what if I don't like the series as much as everyone else is saying? But I got to the point of the book like 2/3 in where I was like breezing through, and I was like, I'm getting it. So that was really fun. It was a really fun day. And then work.
Cool.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's kind of the apps.
Should I get into this
I would love to hear this story.
With the man? Okay. Oh, let me paint a beautiful picture for you.
Any story with a man.
Yeah. Let me paint the scene. I'm getting on my 11:30 a.m. flight to Miami on Thursday. This is just a girls' trip to Miami. This was just a fun, pure...
You took the whole day off.
Took the whole day off. Took Friday off. Took Monday off. We're not celebrating anything in particular. It's no one's birthday. We just haven't seen each other in so long. So we're just going to meet up in Miami because this is like...
Miami.
Because we always should talk about it. We're always just like, oh, we should go to Miami. We should go to Miami. Girls trip. We're always throwing that in the group chat, but like never actually made it happen. But like since we haven't seen each other for so long, this is like the appropriate reunion. It's me.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna try not to move.
I was like, is it me or you?
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm literally not moving, and it's creaking.
Did you switch these?
Definitely not. I think I'm gonna go like this.
I think it's like to be mine that was squeaked
based off of its like position.
Huh. Oh wait, is that me?
Okay, I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay.
It's just gonna. You know what?
We need to know. We'll WB.
I'll figure that out later. Every time I breathe, it squeaks. Okay, but I'm getting on my 11:30 a.m. flight, walking down the aisle. I unfortunately have a middle seat for this 5-hour flight, but I'm not high maintenance because I picked the middle seat. I was like, I don't care.
Picked the middle seat?
It was the only seat. There were only middle seats left when I did pick a seat.
You flew Southwest?
I flew American Airlines.
They make you pick seats now?
Yeah, I could pick a seat. Yeah, I picked a seat. I picked the front middle, like the closest to the front.
Oh, got it.
So I could do that. So I have my seat, I have my middle seat. I was walking to aisle 21. I look to my left, I see my number, I look at the guy, and I look at the guy sitting on the window. We make eye contact, and he's like, "Welcome," and I'm like, "Hi, hello."
I was also sat between two men on my flight.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
I was sat between two men. There were the one on my right that was sitting in the aisle was maybe like 35 years old. The one on my left that was sitting out my window that I'm going to be getting into, who his personality soon, was maybe about like 40-45 years old. Anyways, that's what they were giving. They were just both giving
two men because they just like take up a lot of space. Sorry, they take up a lot of space.
They manspread.
They usually like honestly have some type of BO, which is crazy to me. Because
Always.
I'm like, how are you getting on a plane in close quarters with other people and you're like not thinking about how like maybe you're gonna smell a little bit?
They both smelled like something.
They just both smell like armpit.
And I know I smelled like flowers.
Actually, only one of them smelled like armpit, and it could have been the guy in front of us that smelled like armpit, but I was just like,
Yeah. Like,
Anyways.
maybe y'all should have showered before this. Whatever. It's okay if you didn't, but like maybe you should have.
Or like cologne or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just like hygiene.
I don't know.
Why are you a grown man smelling like body odor on a flight? You knew you were getting on a flight. You could smell like BO at the gym and after you play a sport. Nowhere else.
I have a question. Yeah, I have many questions.
Because
I have a question or two.
women aren't smelling like BO ever.
Ever.
I never smell BO on a woman besides myself.
And when they are, I'm like, oh my god, good for her.
And it smells like flowers.
I'm like, oh my god, congrats. Like,
and it smells like flowers.
Literally.
A girl's BO just doesn't stink like that.
Mm-mm.
It just, ew. Yeah, sorry. Anyways, sorry for the digression.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about
he said, welcome to me, which I appreciated. I was like, that was like an interesting word choice. Nobody ever is really greeting me to my seat like that.
Yeah.
And so I said hello back. I sit in my seat. And then he continues to talk to me, and he looks at my bag, and he's like, "You're not gonna put that up there? Like, you're gonna want to sprawl your legs out. You're not gonna put that up there?" And I was like, "No, I'm fine." In my head, I was like, "Mind your business.
Why are you asking me questions?
Why are you asking me?" I wasn't getting mentally aggressive yet. The mental aggression progresses.
But like you know, when you're like honestly, when you're walking down a plane and you like look and see who's in your seat and you're kind of like sizing them up. That is honestly probably the most judgmental I ever am, is when I'm getting on a plane and I'm figuring out who I'm sitting next to, because I'm like, what is your vibe?
My judgment was very low at this point.
What are you doing? Oh, I'm judging people.
I mean, I'm judging people, but at this point it was very low because I was just ready.
Just like trying to suss out the vibes.
Yeah, I was just ready to pop my headphones in and completely
KO.
Exit the world, get shot up into the air and land in Miami.
I as much as flying is exhausting, it is really nice to go up there and be brain dead.
It's a disconnect.
I'm literally not locked in
here
at all.
I'm not here right now.
I'm not real. I'm traveling through time.
I just really didn't like the way that this man immediately perceived my actions and pointed it out in front of me. I don't care that you're like trying to make sure that I do care that you're like caring about that you're trying to make sure I have more leg room. That was a bit alarming to me. I was like, you don't need to be in my space like that. Like, I decide where my bag goes. You know, why do you care where my bag is going? So I was kind of just, I wasn't thinking that way yet, but I was confused as to why he asked me that. Mm-hmm. And then I think the next thing that happened was that the flight attendant walks down the aisle, and then he sees this man and is like, "Oh my god, it's you! It's you!" Like, she looks at this man as if she's known him for however long, maybe, I don't know, however long. This man didn't look like he worked in airlines. This man didn't look like he was a pilot. He didn't give...
Just giving someone who flies that route?
Yeah.
Like, regularly or
didn't
something?
give, like, ex-flight attendant or anything like that. Just for some reason, this flight attendant got really excited when she saw him. And he looks at her, and they have, like, a short exchange. And she walks away. And then he turns to me, and he's like, "She's going to hook me up. Watch. Like, she's going to hook me up. Just watch. Like, I know it. I know it." And he says that to me, and I'm like, okay.
And your headphones are on?
Yes, my headphones are on the whole time.
Your Sony? Like, your over-the-ear?
Just my buds. Wired.
I'd be wearing my over-the-ears.
I feel like that wouldn't have made a difference.
I would have been like...
Oh, that would not have made a difference.
Sorry, can't hear you.
That would have not made a difference. But, anyways, he turns to me, he's like, "She's gonna hook me up. Watch." Huh. And then... we're taking off into the air. I have my headphones in still. My eyes are shut. I'm fully leaned back like this. He taps on my leg.
I don't like that.
He taps on my leg. He goes like this.
I don't like that.
I turn, I look at him to make sure that what I'm feeling is correct.
I don't like that.
He's looking at me, waiting to ask a question.
I feel like the appropriate place to like poke someone is like the shoulder. Not my leg.
No!
Do not touch my leg.
Don't touch me! On this flight, because I'm sitting right next to you, and my eyes are shut.
The only time, like, when it's like, if you have to go out to use the bathroom and you're like, excuse me, and you like don't actually touch them, you just put your fingers close enough to them that they like sense the presence.
You hopefully like,
that's enough.
Like I usually just like
you
wave myself.
before you like,
yeah, I'm like moving around in front of them before I'm like making contact with them.
Absolutely not.
He tapped my leg. I take my headphone out, I look at him, and he goes, "Where did you get this from?" And because I was wearing one of those like fabric headbands.
Yeah.
He's like, "Where did you get this from?" And he points at his head. Yeah, and then oh my god, I think to myself, I was like, "There's no way you just woke me up to ask me that stupid question." Shut? My eyes were shut, like completely.
I was woke you up backwards to ask you a question about nothing.
Yes.
The only time, like, you can ask me a question about something happening on this flight regarding your space.
If it's very, oh my god, I need to backtrack a little bit too because I kind of forgot some stuff. Okay, so before the tapping of waking me up, because that conversation is very interesting when I get into that conversation. But the one before that, so we haven't even taken off yet. He had the exchange with the flight attendant. Number 2, the flight attendant eventually goes to announce that our flight's going to be delayed for an hour and a half and that they unfortunately boarded us, but we're going to have to be waiting on the plane for an hour and a half. And they give us an announcement, and the guy's like, no, he gets up, he shoots up from his chair, and he's like, no, I'm a grown man. Like, I am not waiting on this plane for an hour and a half. They did not just board me on this plane for me to be having to sit here for an hour. I'm a grown man. I'm going to go back into and he kept emphasizing that. He's like, I'm going to go back and sit in the airport. I don't care.
Ew, I just, like, hate when people are, like, really expressive.
He was so expressive.
Like,
towards everything.
Especially when it's, like, in a quiet environment. Like, people who are, like, super, like, that Bob, like, rubs me. It gives me secondhand embarrassment. And
yeah, I was getting
like,
scared.
Read the fucking room.
At that point, I was scared.
Room. I hate that.
At that point, I was scared because I was like, oh my god, he's so, like, just
being a lot.
He's just so, he's emoting so much emotion right now that, like, anything can happen. Like, I feel like he can snap. Like, because he did snap when that happened. He snapped in the instant.
Like that. No.
He first was like this, like, friendly golden retriever-y vibe.
Yeah.
And then as soon as that happened, he shot up and, like, emoted anger. And I was like, ooh, this is not good. Okay, fast forward to him tapping me on the leg. So he already knows the flight attendant. He tapped me on the leg. He's asking me where I got my headband from. I'm like, oh, it's from Amazon. He's like, oh, I'm not going to shop there. Like, where else could I get it? And I was like, Big 5 or Target. And he was like, oh, okay. And the next thing he leads to is, I know you're not supposed to ask a woman this right off the bat, but, like, how old are you?
Why are you asking that?
Why are you asking that?
Ew.
Why are you asking that? And why did you lead like that? You're freaking me out.
Also, like, just ask, how old are you? You don't, no, you're not. Ew.
You're freaking me out.
Weird.
You woke me up, asked me where headband is from. You saying you're not going to buy it from Amazon because, like, you, whatever the fuck. Sure. Okay. You get points for not shopping at Amazon. Third, you're asking me how old I am, so he then proceeds to ask me how old I am, where I'm from, where I live in LA, where I work. He's asking me about my workplace.
There's just, like, a difference between being friendly and being, like, a freak.
A fucking freak.
And this is giving freak.
It scared the shit out of me. I was giving him one-word answers toward everything, and then he proceeds to, like, ask me about what I'm listening to. He, like, points at my phone. He's like, oh, and, like, also, what are you listening to? I'm, like, curious to know what you're listening to. And I show him, and I was listening to Latch by Disclosure with Sam Smith, because whatever, it was on my shuffle, okay? And I mean, like, that song's a banger, but, like, I wasn't feeling it in the moment. I was just like, it's just a song that was playing in the background, so I could, like, drown out the world. And he started talking about his sons, and he was like, yeah, my sons listen to true rap. Like, they listen to J. Cole and Cardi, and, like, they listen to Kendrick, and they just love real rap. Like, my 21-year-old son is like, they just love rap. I mean, that's not me. I'm a rock guy. I love rock music.
I know I'm not supposed to be here right now because I'm just, like, a hooker.
But I never said that. Say that to my face again, and I don't know what she says. I'll fucking beat your face up. I don't know what she says. Something like that.
I just can't clap slow without thinking about that.
Yeah. So I I know that I'm not supposed to be here because I'm dressed like a hooker. But I just wanted to say congratulations. I think I got that.
Oh, yeah.
But I just wanted to say congratulations. Maddie, get the fuck out of here. Okay, anyways. Where was I? Okay, so this man was talking about his sons and how they listen to true rap and how he's a big rock guy.
Congratulations.
And we started talking about music because whatever, he was asking me about my job. Whatever. Like, don't ask me where I do.
I'm on a plane.
He was asking me where my office was. Do you know how invasive that is? He literally was asking me where my building was.
The West Side.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's in Santa Monica. He was like, oh, what streets? Like, what streets? And I was like, you're not fucking asking me what my cross streets are. Like, where I work.
Did you, like, act like you had no idea?
I just said Colorado. I was like, that's it. It's in Colorado. Like, it's Colorado. He was like, I don't know where that is. And I was like, thank God.
I don't know street names, sorry.
Yeah. One word with answers to everything. And then he was like, oh, are you a food girl? Like, are you a food? He couldn't take. He went on and on. He was like, are you a food girl? Like, I'm from Santa Monica. I grew up there. Like, I could give you recommendations. I'm a food guy.
Again.
Dead ass. Like so upsetting. And he listed off 3 restaurants that I've never been to. I said I've never been to any of them because he kept asking me everything he was listing off. He was like, have you been here? And then he's listed second one. He was like, have you been here? Listed the third one. He's like, have you? I was like, no. Maybe that's not like old fuck. Like maybe I'm not old as fuck and I'm not part of your generation.
And you don't live in Santa
Monica. And I
also
don't live there. So like I'm not hanging around Santa Monica like that. Yes, I work there, but like I'm not hanging around Santa Monica like that. So like I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm not gonna be over there like that. So and then the third restaurant he listed off, he was like, what? You haven't been there? What do you live under a rock? You're 24 years old. You shouldn't be commuting from here to here. You shouldn't be in the car that long either. Like, what are you in the car all day? Like, you should be outside. You're 24. Like, you should be living your life. You should be partying, having fun. Like, doing all these things. Like, you need to go to these restaurants. You need to try this food. What are you doing? You live in a rock. And I was like, I guess so. I guess I do. You're so fucking funny. Like, I'm laughing so loud. Like, oh my God, you've realized so much in these short amount of minutes, these short amount of words that I've been saying.
Man.
Like,
you've just opened my eyes.
Flames. Like, oh my God, I'd be glad to go to the recommend. I'm fucking scared of you. Stop talking to me. Anyways, so yeah, he was saying that. I was so displeased by everything. God, I feel like I just forgot something. There was like something important that I'm missing. Oh, the wine. Oh, wait, before the wine, while he's talking to me, while he's asking me and interrogating me my entire life and like trying to get my entire life story and like on the brink of asking me for my personal information for like a phone number, like as soon as he started bringing up like restaurants and how he wanted to recommend me restaurants, I got fucking scared because I was like, you better not ask me for my contact information, which he didn't because I tried after that, like I had a feeling that he was, so I cut it off so quick. But while we were having this entire conversation, he was leaning into me and staring at me in the eye.
Was he ugly?
No.
Really?
He wasn't. He was like kind of like.
Can you like give me like a comparable person?
He had like dark curly hair. He wasn't ugly. He was like just weird and goofy. Like he wasn't goofy either. He was just like so out of touch with what was happening in the room and like how much I didn't want to have a conversation.
Yeah.
But the seats are already so close to each other.
So close.
So I never turned to him. Like I never looked at him because I didn't want to be looking at him. Because if I was looking at him,
your face is like
our faces are right there, and I'm not trying to be staring at him like that. Like I don't want that. But he was looking at me. Like he was fully leaning into my space, like into where my seat was, and he was like fully facing me and asking me these questions while he was talking to me. And also his breath didn't smell good. And it gets worse because his breath starts to smell worse for this reason. His breath already didn't smell good, but for reasons that happen now, that when the flight attendant comes back down the aisle handing out complimentary drinks, and because she knows him, he didn't ask for anything. He didn't ask for a single drink. This woman, this flight attendant, showers him with 4 mini bottles of red wine and an entire
I feel like they hooked up.
It was so weird.
Like it's giving like she was working the shift like LA to Miami. When they landed in Miami, like
wouldn't you want to keep that a secret? Wouldn't you want to like pretend like you don't know this person?
I would absolutely be keeping that a secret, but maybe she's not the type to keep a secret.
She was weird and freaky too.
She
was some freaky energy. I thought it was in a simulation. I think people were pulling a prank on me.
Yeah.
The woman comes over, she's handing him 4 bottles of wine, a whole liter of unopened water bottle. Meanwhile, she asks me what I want to drink, and I'm like, a water. She pours me out of the liter, a new liter, she pours me a tiny ass cup, blue cup, and she's like showering this man next to me, and I'm like, whatever. I mean, I don't need any more than a water, but I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you doing this in front of everybody also? And so she gives this man a bunch of water, or a bunch of wine. He drinks all of it. He drinks all of it in 10 minutes.
The liter?
Liter?
The liter?
Yeah. Oh, no, not the water. No, the wine.
Oh.
He drinks the 4 bottles of wine.
I was like, he drank a liter of water?
No, he was pacing with the water. He was prioritizing the wine.
Got it.
He drank all the wine in maybe like 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20. All of it. It was gone. He chugged that shit.
Those little things are what, like?
They're like this tall.
Glass?
Yeah.
Is that a glass?
I think it is. Yeah.
So he had 4 glasses of wine in 20 minutes.
Yeah, just about that.
Oh,
He was working on it.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And obviously that made his breath smell even worse than it already was.
It's so nasty.
And so I was so bothered by that because throughout the entire flight, he got up to go to the bathroom every 45 minutes, and this
That's just
poor man,
inconsiderate.
it's so inconsiderate. This poor man that was sitting in the aisle and me had to get up every 45 minutes so that this man could go to the bathroom. But I'm actually glad he went to the bathroom that often, because when he did go to the bathroom, I got to have my alone time. And I got to, like, feel safe with him not being
No,
next
but, like,
to me.
if you're waking me up every 45 minutes, like, honestly, if you're peeing more than once on a 5-hour flight, you've got a problem.
I wanted him to keep getting up. I wanted him to be up and out of that seat.
Yeah.
I wanted him away from me. So every time he got up, I was like, thank you, God. Like, oh my God. Although I was freaking annoyed that he drank that much wine and his breath smelled so bad. And then he was like, at this point, drunk. And okay, but I ended the conversation when he was like talking about his sons and he was trying to give me food recommendations and he was like asking me where I worked. I ended it so quick with me just saying like, oh, it's nap time, it's nap time. And I just put my headphones in my ears like a freak, trying to end this conversation. Like, I didn't know how to get out of it. I really didn't. I was struggling because he kept asking me so many questions, and I was like, I don't know how to like
Not
do
be
this
rude,
in a
but also,
not
like,
rude way.
Shut up.
Yeah. So I just did it so quick. I was like, it's nap time. And so I put my headphones in. He was like, oh my gosh, I guess it's nap time too. And so he pulls his book out. He like attempts to nap for maybe like 2 minutes, and then once that's over, he pulls his book out. Guess what he's reading? This is a straight man also, because he kept talking about his wife. He was reading the Pamela Anderson memoir.
Does he even have a wife and kids?
That's what I'm saying. I almost feel like he was supposed to
Like
sociopath.
lying?
I almost feel like he was
kind of giving like compulsive liar.
He kind of was, because also when he was talking about his sons, the way he was like, yeah, they listen to rap, like they listen to like J. Cole, Kendrick, and like, yeah, my boys, they're always texting me their music all the time. Like, they're always recommending
They
it.
sound fake.
They sound
What are their
fake.
names?
Literally, like, what are their names?
Name 2 sons'
Also,
names.
you're probably a terrible father, because like, you
What
can't
are
even
you
collect
doing?
yourself.
Like, what are you
collect
doing?
yourself, please. Like, come back down to earth. No,
Is it
that's not to
or
attack
something?
his like, huh?
Not to attack his family, right?
Yeah, sorry.
Family.
Like, if it's real, dude. But yeah, so he was reading the Pamela.
Was he like coked out or something?
I don't know.
What's his
I
problem?
don't know, it was weird. I've never met anyone like that. But while he was reading his Pamela Anderson book, he would laugh out loud every 5 minutes. He would literally laugh out loud. Like, out loud. Like, he'd be like,
Why is he giving like he's on drugs?
So that shit was really weird.
It's giving drugs.
It was
Like, you
giving
don't
drugs.
like do that. You don't have behavior like that unless you're like
It was really
jittery
weird.
for like other reasons.
Really weird. Oh, mind you, while he was laughing, every time he would laugh, he was sitting next to me. And like, since his breath smelled so bad, every time he would laugh, I would fucking smell his breath.
No, it's horrible.
I would smell his breath.
I like honestly like packed a mask for the plane, but it's just like now that like I haven't worn one in so long, it is kind of hard to breathe in one. But there's like the BO.
Shut up.
It was like the BO on my flight back. I was kind of like, damn, I should put my mask on because this is kind of hard.
I should have, dude.
Kind of hard.
Yeah. So I smelt that every 5
Ew,
minutes.
that's
every time
nasty
he
when
broke
someone's
out
breath is
in
so bad that you
laughter.
can smell it from like just it being in the air.
Yeah. Once he got bored of his book, he put that away.
2 pages.
Yeah, literally 2 pages. He tucked that into the thing in front of him. He turns around. He starts having a conversation with the people behind us because they have a baby. And
Stop! Don't ever turn around on a flight.
do not do that. So they have a baby, and this baby, I don't know if this baby, I didn't turn around. I'm not paying attention to my surroundings. Apparently this baby was adorable because I heard all about it because he kept talking to the mom and he was like, your baby's so beautiful. Like, I know what that stage was like. Like, that was such a good stage to be in. Like, gosh, I miss it. Like, I miss what that feeling was like. How are you guys doing? Like, you guys feel, like, how has it been? Like, your baby's so cute. Like, you guys are not
He does not have kids. I'm drawing my conclusion right now.
Dude, I don't think he does.
He does not have a wife, and he does not have kids.
He was going to Miami for a music festival also. Like, he told me that.
And he's like 45.
He's 45. He's old. Dude, he's
Unless
old.
you're like cool, you shouldn't be doing that.
You should not be doing that. Like, honestly, who are you going with? That's
not to be
suspicious.
like ageist or anything.
That's
but
suspicious.
Like, something's off about him.
Really off. And he kept just going on and on and on about how cute their baby was. And he was like, you guys are never going to have trouble with this baby. Like, look at the way that the baby is looking at you guys. Like, next time that baby is 2 years old, like, when that baby is 2 years old and that they ask you for something, you're going to have so much trouble saying no. Like, the world is going to have trouble saying no to this baby.
He's acting like he's had kids before. He hasn't.
He has not. No, seriously.
He's like, this is what someone who's had kids before.
Well, I think they would say this.
They would say, like, how's it going?
Yeah, I think they would say that, like, I think I should allude to that I have kids, so I'm going to say I knew what that was like.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Ew.
I thought that was a freaky thing to
Weird
say.
vibes.
Thought it was really weird that he kept talking to this mom. The mom was kind of engaged in the conversation. Loki, she was asking him questions back. And once she started asking him questions back, I felt crazy because I was like, is she not afraid of this man as much as I am? Because I
She's also like not next to him. There's like maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, you're right. There was more space.
Yeah.
She wasn't cornered into being asked how old
Right.
she was and like where she worked and
Yeah.
all of that. And she also was with her child and her husband, so she was a little bit
And
more
she's probably like used to people like gawking.
For sure.
When you have a baby, like
yeah, for sure.
like
That's so
having a
true.
dog, you know?
That's so true. Yeah. But when she started asking him questions, I felt like a bitch. I was like, am I the only person on this flight that is
Like,
terrified
irritated by him?
Because one, the flight attendant is obsessed with him. 2, this mom is asking him questions like entertained by this conversation they're having. They seem to be having some flow. So I was already like, am I the problem here? Yeah, once that mom was done having the conversation with him, he starts talking to the guy next to me on my left. So now the 2 men that I'm sitting in the middle of are leaned forward gabbing at each other.
That's happened to me on a flight before. It was like 2 old men and they like talked the entire flight, and the entire time I had my headphones in and I was like
yeah, that was me. That was me.
I'm like, oh, you guys want to have a conversation right now?
I wouldn't care if the men were unproblematic. This man was bothering me.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of unbothered. But also
I would be
kind of
unbothered.
but it's also kind of like, can you be considerate? Like, someone's
Yeah.
sleeping between
Dude,
you.
yeah. Or ask to like switch
Also,
spots.
you're on a plane.
Ask to switch spots.
I just feel like a plane is like, you should be acting like how you act in a museum on a plane.
Oh my god.
Quiet.
You know what was even weirder? Actually, wait, no, just kidding. I was gonna say the guy next to me on my left, I think asked him to switch spots because he had to go to the bathroom so much, but I think it was the other way around. I think the window guy, weird freaky window guy, asked the aisle guy if they could switch spots, but the aisle guy was sitting next to his wife that was in the other aisle, so like which is why he was not gonna switch seats. But anyways, yeah, he started talking.
They
to the guy
should have had
next to me.
you move to the window, the guy next to you moved to the middle, his wife moved next to him, and then put stinky guy in the aisle on the other side. That's what they should have done.
They should have.
Logistics, guys.
So sad. I was so sad. I was fuming. My blood was actually boiling in that moment. Like right after I ended the conversation, like, God, I was so angry. Like, I was just internally angry because I knew I had 4.5, 5 hours ahead of me, and I just was like nervous as to how I was going to deal with this situation because I knew it was going to happen again. I knew it was going to try to start a conversation with me again, and I was like super uncomfortable. So every time when I was sitting on this plane next to him, I was fully KO'd. KO'd!
The only way I do planes now is with my over-the-ear headphones, and I wear them onto the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wear them onto the plane so that nobody speaks to me even when I get there. The only thing I'll do is I'll be like, oh, I'm right there. If, like, I can't get into my seat. And then I put my bag down between my legs, I pull everything I need out of it, and then I close it back up, and then I shove it under the seat in front of me, and then I turn my music up, and then I knock out.
I need to be doing that.
Knocked out with my over-the-ear headphones, and I do not get bothered.
To be doing that.
And even if you tried to bother me, I can't hear you.
What the heck?
Honest, yeah. And if it's a day flight, you can wear your sunglasses too. And I will.
I should have put my hood up and everything. Like, I should have put my eye mask on. I usually bring my eye mask to flights too.
That's where I am. I'm like sunglasses, eye mask, something, so that nobody is trying to. Because I do not like being cornered. It's like being cornered.
I felt like I was
close proximity
in
with something that you don't want to be.
I truly felt like I was being held
On the plane,
hostage.
it's like awful.
I didn't like it. I was so uncomfortable. And it's not over because, well, while this man kept talking to everybody in front of me, he started talking to, like, even the people in front of him. Like, he just, like, started collecting more conversations throughout this flight. It was very strange. And also, the people across from me, like, everybody was kind of staring at him at this point whenever he would say something, because he was just, like, wrangling a crowd. And I was the only one that was not paying attention. I'm the closest one to this man. I'm the only one not paying attention. So at this point, I thought I lost my mind. I thought I turned into some hag.
It's just not the place to be entertaining.
No, and he was entertaining everybody and their moms, and for some reason they were entertained by it. And I was like, there's nobody else scared because I'm scared. I don't want to talk to this man. And so luckily, after he pees 5 times throughout the flight and he's talking to everybody and their moms on the flight, plane lands, and then he kind of makes this weird comment and jabs directly at me, and he's like, the seatbelt sign goes off, we're all standing waiting to get off the plane, like I have my backpack and everything,
yeah,
and he's like, why is everybody always so tense on airplanes? Like, why does everybody always just keep to themselves? And, like, they don't ever want to have a conversation. And, like, they're just so tense. Everybody's just always wanting to get rushed to get off. And he kind of says that, like, into the ether. And I'm fucking standing right next to him with my headphones in. My music's on low. And I fully hear everything. And I'm just like, you want me to push you off this flight.
You're
like,
a freak.
You want me to push you away. You want me to break the window and push you out the window because, like, you are offended by the fact that I didn't want to talk to you. Why would I want to talk? Why do I want to talk to you? Why do I want to do that? Oh, also a really weird thing is that he tweeted American Airlines while we were on the flight. He was like, ha ha ha, I just tweeted American Airlines and I just complained about their service because they tricked us into saying that our flight was delayed. I just tweeted them. Guess what they did? They DM'd me right away and they gave me a free drink voucher. I
can't stand him.
It would
be
scary.
Really hard for me not to get violent.
It was scary. I was getting fumed.
That makes me wants to get violent.
I was fumed. Okay, but I don't want to talk about that man anymore because he fucking was so awful to me.
What do you get on the plane? What's your, like, plane order?
I get usually a water or an orange juice or an apple juice, and I get the Biscoff cookies.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm a tomato juice girl on a plane.
Weird.
Yeah, it's the only place I'll get tomato juice.
Weird. Does it taste different up there?
No, I just, like, I feel like I'm not motivated to get tomato juice at home.
Mm-hmm.
But on the plane, I'm like,
Because I know ginger ale tastes different up there.
Does it?
Mm-hmm. People
I like
say
ginger
it tastes
ale
like Sprite
up
up
there,
there.
too. Oh,
Like
I've
it
never
tastes
noticed
sweeter.
that. Oh, it's definitely sweet, but I've never noticed it, like, being that drastically different. I'm ginger ale or tomato juice. I think ginger ale makes my stomach feel better if I'm, like, a little nauseous, because I always take 5 a.m. flights and then I feel nauseous because I've slept 2 hours. And same with the tomato juice. I think the salt in it, like, kind of tricks me into believing it's a meal.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. And then I also get the Biscoff cookies. I always get the Biscoff cookies. Mm-hmm. Or the Stroopwafel. I forget which airline does that.
Stroopwafel.
Delta?
I think United has that sometimes. But I think, yeah, maybe Delta.
I think it would be Delta.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
I do like those. What was that question that you were going to ask me in the car and then you were like, I'll save it?
Oh. It's related to, like, a long list of things.
Oh.
I wanted to talk about slutty things a man can do.
Okay.
I think like wearing short shorts is very slutty, right? Like I'm like, you're asking for attention, and that's very slutty. I think having,
I agree.
Huh?
I agree.
Oh, you agree. I think having hoop earrings is very slutty.
I agree.
On a man.
I'm thinking about one man right now.
I'm thinking about one man. But I'm also just thinking in general, like when I actually see that, I'm still like, you're kind of slutty.
Mm-hmm.
When you're like,
you know what I heard recently?
What?
Is that this is like IRL, but Hannah was telling me this in Miami. Because our boat driver, he had an anklet on, and we all.
That's slutty,
dude. Yeah,
that's slutty.
We all were like, because there's 6 girlies. We had one male captain, and he was attractive. Like we all were like kind of staring at him the whole time. But his lock screen was his girlfriend, him and his girlfriend. And dude, it was so funny because Magna at one point, the man goes up while he's watching, because there was like a fire department issue in the water at some point, because some group of guys, one of the guys broke their arms in one of the boats that was adjacent to us.
That's crazy.
And so the captain went up to go like watch what was happening and like try to make sure, I don't know, he didn't have to do anything about it or whatever. But while he was up there watching, he left his phone next to the wheel, and Magda like walks up to the wheel, taps his screen to like double check that like it was his girlfriend, and like she comes back.
I'm dead.
It's his girlfriend. Like, it's a girlfriend. His lock screen is his girlfriend.
I'm dead.
And so that was really funny. But he was wearing an anklet. And
that's slutty.
Hannah said that that's slutty.
That's so.
And I didn't know that. I didn't know that men wearing anklets was slutty, but it is.
I don't know. It just is. It just feels slutty.
It does radiate slutty. Yeah.
Slutty. I'm trying to think of other things because like there's definitely more. I think anything that like, I feel like wearing a beanie to me is like slutty.
Yeah.
I feel like
any accessory, to be quite
anything
honest.
that like you know that women universally wearing your baseball cap backwards.
Yeah.
When you know that women say like, oh, that's hot, and then you're doing it conscious of the fact that women say it's hot, you're being slutty. Crop tops, slutty. I'm not mad about it. Honestly, like the sluttier a man looks, the more I'm like, ooh, goo goo gaga. Mm-hmm. But like, slutty. Yeah. Slutty behavior. That being said, beyond just like, what I was gonna ask you in the car was like beyond the like physical attributes. Like, what the fuck do you want? Mm-hmm. Like, what do you want out of what do you want?
What do you mean?
I just feel like there's this bitterness, there's this like disinterest.
Yeah, well, I don't like anybody.
Yeah, but like what? Right, same. But like, what would they need to do, or what would they need to
just
be
nice
like?
To me? Be funny. Make me laugh. More detail. Also, laugh at my jokes, dude.
More detail. I want more detail.
What do you mean?
More like, I want
ask a direct question.
Describe your perfect partner.
Dude, that's vague as hell. Because I don't know what that's like. How would I know?
I want you to like pull traits from different people that already exist in the world to build your own. Or describe like your life with said person. What would it be like?
I really like Amber Phillip and her husband. I admire them. I'm clearly not her, but I really like the way her and her husband have a dynamic where I don't know, like they just fully support each other with everything that's going on, and like
verbally,
they have verbally, like sexually in the house, like tasked. He's a stay-at-home dad, and she's the bread maker. Like she has a business, and also her Instagram. Like she, not saying that I don't need to be the breadwinner. I don't need that dynamic, but like the dynamic that they have going on, whether that's like me and someone else, like flip flop switch watch. I would like to be like that. And they just have very good chemistry. I don't know. They're friends first, and like they just they just get along in that way. And yeah.
What would your like activities look like?
Activities.
How would you spend your time together?
Going to do the things that I do now, and like I'd be down to do whatever that they're doing. Like if they're into their hobbies, I'd be down to go with that. I don't know what that looks like. If I like somebody enough, like I would literally do whatever they want. If I really like somebody, I don't care what we're doing. Like I'll go do whatever you want to do. And if I start to not want to do what they want to do, that means I don't like you enough. So
that part.
Yeah. So that's very important. That's about it. Yeah.
I want to know, what would pique your interest enough to spend time with someone?
Their personality and like, I don't need somebody that's too hot also. I don't think I need someone that's like over, I don't think I'm the love at first sight kind of person.
Okay.
That's not me. I need to see you. Like, I need to evaluate you as a person. And I need to see how you interact with other people. Yeah. I need to see how you interact with other people first.
Got it. Okay.
And I need to witness you having conversations with other people. I think that's what's important to me. I think that's my test. It's just like a soft observations of little things here and there.
Like a lab.
Yeah. Like a little lab. Like, I'm just here watching in the corner. I'm just here observing what's happening. And yeah, you need to have aspirations. Like, you need to be good at something. You need to have aspirations. And like,
there is like nothing like less attractive than like an unmotivated individual.
Totally. So yeah, definitely that.
Ambition.
That is probably, I probably might prioritize that over humor and personality.
Ambition?
To be quite honest. Yeah.
Yeah, because you need to like have something that you're doing.
That's like the most important thing, I think. Unfortunately.
Purpose.
Yeah.
Like purpose.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Otherwise, dead weight.
Otherwise, what are you doing, dude? What's going on?
Huh? What's the question?
Oh, no, sorry. No, I meant, that was like a...
I thought that was for me. I was like,
no.
Sorry?
No. I meant, otherwise, what are you doing, dude? Like, at the guy that's not aspirational.
Correct. I was like...
No!
I was like, oh.
No.
That feels personal.
No. That's not what I meant by any means. Yeah, I think that I would prioritize that the most.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What about physically?
Physically?
Even though you're not
to be hot.
Even though you're not, I love it.
You don't need to be too hot. Don't be too hot, please. Actually.
What's like, what would you consider is like too hot? What's like a medium hot for you?
Should I just name a celebrity?
Yeah. I just want like a gauge.
Like too hot?
I
don't need the Harry Styles. I don't need him to look like that. That would be so nice. That's my dream man. Don't get me wrong. That's my dream man. I would leave anyone in a heartbeat for that man. I don't care. I don't care.
He is.
I don't care. I would cheat on somebody with hair. I would do that.
He's still cutie in my mind though. But I wonder if that's just because I feel like I like knew him before. I feel like that's adorable. Why am I getting really weird deja vu right now?
Objectively hot.
I'm getting...
Maybe because we sit here once a week.
I'm getting like deja vu in like the sense that I like had this conversation in a dream. Like in a literal dream, not with you.
Because we probably have this conversation every single day.
Maybe, but I'm not
getting
deja vu. I'm just thinking about how Harry Styles in my mind is like, I feel like I knew him as a kid.
Yeah.
So he is really
We definitely had this conversation before.
Okay. He is really hot, but I wouldn't put him in the too hot category. I mean, he is.
You're just brainwashed into thinking that he's not. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he is.
Dude, look at his...
Look at him. My too hot category, like, I would say is, like, Theo James. Like, Theo James is, like...
No, I agree. I don't need that.
Hot.
I don't want that. I also don't want you to be... I don't want other girls.
I just, like, couldn't stand next to him.
No.
He's gorgeous, though.
Gorgeous, but also if they're too hot, they usually know that they're too hot. I don't like that. Like, I need you to be kind of like confused about.
I feel like someone who was ugly as a kid who got hot is the perfect scenario.
I agree. Yeah. But I just want you to kind of be confused about how hot you are. I want you to be hot, but also be like, oh, I don't know if I'm like hot, but I'm like, okay, but I don't want them being so hot take over their entire personality and their ego. And I don't want them to think they're on some high horse and that I have to act a certain way, because I'm like, I'm not trying to meet your hot standards in that way. I don't really care about that. I also would like to be the hotter one in the relationship.
Really?
Yeah. I'm the woman.
Okay, that makes sense. But also, I feel like I've had, like, because I've thought about this too, where I'm like, it would be so cool to pull someone a little bit out of my league.
Hell no. I'm hotter. Hell no.
I'm just thinking about it. I feel like it would give me a rush.
No, that would make me... No.
Yeah, I guess actually the context there. I was just thinking.
It'd be fun for a fling.
Like, I think it'd be kind of interesting if people were like, "How the fuck did she?"
No, that would feel awful.
Like, he's so hot.
Dude, that would feel awful as hell.
Like, I wish I had what she had. I just feel like there's like a mystery to it. Like, what does she have that I don't have?
No, I don't like that. I want it to be like, oh, she's so awesome. Like
of
her
course
boyfriend. Her boyfriend is perfect. Like her boyfriend loves her so much.
Of course she pulled it.
Like she's I want it to be like that. I don't want it to be like, how the fuck did she pull this man?
I don't know. So there, I thought about that once, where I was like, that'd be kind of fun if people were just like, how the fuck?
Yeah,
did she
no,
do that?
hell, that
like,
would.
What does she have going
that
on?
That would actually be an insult. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm rethinking that part now.
That's my vibes. What else? What other things are there about people that about a type?
I mean, like, what they can, like, offer you, I guess.
Offer me. Just love me. Dude, literally just love me and laugh at my jokes.
I feel like that so makes sense for you. Because I feel like that to me, obviously, that would be nice. It would be nice. But there's, like, actually more that I want beyond just, like, love me.
What else?
Like, I want someone to, like, challenge me.
I don't need that.
Yeah, like, I feel like you're
I don't want that. I just want somebody to love me, and I want them to be nice to me. Like, I don't want them to, like, bicker at me in any weird. I don't want us to make weird jokes. Like, I want us to be funny in a way where, like, we are joking together. I'm not joking at you. We're not challenging each other's jokes. Like, we're not, like, jabbing at each other in some weird way. And, like, I don't feel perceived by that also. Like, when somebody's doing that to me, like, I don't feel perceived. Like, I just feel...
It's like the opposite of me.
Like, I'm like, I don't like that whatsoever. Let's just coincide in peace.
No, I feel like I want like a challenge. I like the challenge.
I don't like it.
I like the dance. Yeah.
That's fun.
The brain aspect of it.
I see how that's fun. I could do that a little, but if it's every day, bro, I would get mad.
Yeah, I think we're different in that way.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all. I was just curious because I feel like I don't really know. Like, I don't really know, like, if I met someone.
I think that would get old also.
I wouldn't know if I, like, would be able to. I feel like I could set you up with someone. Like, I could if I knew anybody. Like, I would be able to set you up with somebody, but I also feel like I didn't really know, like, what exactly, like, traits-wise you want out of a person.
A good person. Where are the good people?
I was like,
none.
That's hopeful.
Am I lying? Because look at you.
I fear the problem right now is me, not other people.
Do you have options right now? I mean, you do. We both do. But they're fucking far away.
No, we don't.
I mean, we don't have realistic options. I don't have any options within
I don't have any options
See, that's
that
what
are
I'm
actually
saying.
in my circle.
That's what I'm saying. There are no options. Therefore,
what's happening?
What's happening, my God?
Is it like yeah. I was just listening to that TikTok earlier and it was talking about like your Venus sign and like like what you want out of a relationship or like what you need out of a relationship. Though I think the prompt was like, it wasn't the one that I sent you, it was different. Or maybe it was the one I sent you. Just like what happens when you're alone for too long, and it was basically saying like if you're a Sag, no, it was a different one. It was about different Sag Venuses and how like you want another person, or like you need another person because you like literally need another person to help you do all the things that you're like trying to do. Cause like,
so you need an assistant as a lover.
Yeah,
but you're not an acts of service girly.
I'm not an acts of service girly.
So how does that?
I think it's like
work?
Someone to like help alleviate the like emotional stress that I feel.
Yeah, that's what a relationship is for.
But I don't feel like everyone like leans on their partner in that way. Like, yes, slightly, but like maybe not so much in like a.
Then what kind of relationship are these people in?
I don't know. I just like, I thought it was interesting because I've never really thought of myself as someone who needs another person, because I feel like I can accomplish things all by myself, right? Like I'm independent and I can like do that. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, but now I'm reaching the point where I'm like, why do I not feel good? Like, why do I not feel good?
Because you're not sharing it with anyone.
Yeah.
And no one's there to like support you on an emotional level, you know? Like not even. Yeah, no.
Yeah, not even you. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's what she was supposed.
Yeah, so same goes for you.
I'm supporting you. I'm rooting for you.
How? Girl, where?
I'm here, aren't I?
Yeah, she showed up, but she's not saying anything. It's quiet. She showed up, but she's staring at the wall.
I'm here, aren't I?
That's what's happening.
I'm sending you outfit pictures. I'm saying, you would slay down in this.
Like,
this
what?
would be cute. I think you should be doing this.
Totally not.
Giving you
not
ideas.
even.
I think what are your love languages?
I need to take it again. I think it's kind of shifted.
I feel like I actually
It used to be, I think it was acts of service, quality time, and then words
of affirmation.
Yeah,
but
I don't think that's the same.
I feel like words of affirmation's like higher up on yours.
Yeah, I think so.
Like maybe first.
I think acts of service and words of aff are bigger than quality time.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Whereas like acts of service is second to last on mine.
Yeah.
Mine is definitely quality time. You can do absolutely nothing but just like be there, and that's enough.
But like also to me, yes, I love spending quality time with my friends. I obviously love that so much, but if we're not like enriching each other during that time, what the fuck are we doing? Yes, I love to scroll and sit. I love to scroll and sit. I like doing that with my friends. It's just sometimes it's not there.
What do you want to be doing?
Whoa.
Like what is the flip side of that?
What do you mean? Oh, with my friends?
Yeah.
Like something that feels fulfilling.
Like what?
Trying something new.
Like what?
I don't know.
Like you want
going
to be
outside. I like that quality time outside.
Okay.
Mhm. I like talking.
Okay.
I like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is fun.
Okay. I'm like,
but like
she hates everything.
But sometimes the kind of this is not right, because sometimes it's just
it's a spiral.
all bad.
Yeah.
And that's not very enriching whatsoever.
Right,
that doesn't feel supportive. That doesn't feel good.
It's interesting though, because I feel like, because I'm on the opposite side of the coin, where I'm like, I could go down, like going down the path makes me feel like, I get it. I feel like when I'm spiraling down the path with other people,
so you only want friends that are depressed with you?
No, not necessarily. No, not necessarily. Sounds like
I'm saying. Yes, that's literally what you just said.
No, I just feel like I get value out of like.
Sorry.
I feel like I just like value the time.
Yeah.
I just value the time. It like literally doesn't matter if it's like a good time or a bad time. It's time.
No, if it's bad time, I'm not having the good time.
I'm just happy.
If it's a bad time, I'm literally just not having a good time. Like that's just it. And time doesn't guarantee quality. Yeah, that's just the truth. But I do think quality time is special, and that's why it's called quality time, because it's different than just time.
That is profound.
Whoa.
Words of affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
How do you want that from your friends?
Like, I mean,
or like your like personal relationships? Because when I like think of words of affirmation, I feel like words of affirmation is really high up on my list, but it's not very high up on my list from my personal relationships.
I like when somebody notices something that I did or that I said, and is like, "Oh, I love that you X, Y, and Z," or like, you know, or like,
Okay.
you did this, like, that's
Okay.
awesome.
Okay.
Some support like that.
Okay. See, Amelia and I were just talking about this because I was like saying like I feel like I'm like not a very good friend because I'm scatterbrained. Like I have been scatterbrained for like 10 years. And she said that she doesn't feel that way about me because she was like, I don't feel like you're a bad friend because whenever we talk, like you bring up things or you ask me questions about things that I've talked about in the past. And like that to her feels like, I guess that to me feels like a word of affirmation.
Got it.
Like it's affirming that I've been listening to you because I'm sending you this thing that I think that you would like, or I'm like bringing you this thing that I think you would like, versus being like, you did this, that's cool. I feel like
that's not what I necessarily meant. Like,
I feel like the affirming thing for me is like more that you noticed in a more abstract. I don't know how to describe it. It's less direct. I feel like my words of affirmations is less like direct.
Yeah, that's not how I roll.
Yeah, I'm getting that now.
Yeah, it feels a bit empty.
I'm picking that up. I'm picking that up. That's why love languages are important.
Yeah, that's true. Like I really like, for example, I don't know. Yeah, just like a supportive comment, you know?
Okay.
I think just that.
Okay.
It's very simple.
Okay.
Like Slay Queen.
Oh.
Literally 2 words.
Okay. I'm about to start saying that.
It says
I'm gonna like knock on your door in the morning and be like, oh, Slay Queen. Good morning. You're a slay.
Good morning, Slay Queen Dragon. Good morning, fire breathing dragon.
Oh my god. Your hair looks so good when you wake
Your
up.
morning breath is shining through your face today. While your bed head looks awesome.
Oh my god. You're so beautiful right when you wake up.
No. Like, I don't need that.
But like, acts of service.
Acts of service. Yeah.
You're not picky about how things are done. You just like that they get done.
Yeah. But that one is less important to me now, I think, because I'm like, now I just get that like we can't all be doing things.
Yeah.
We just can't all be doing things.
Yeah.
So that one, like, I think is a bit lower. But that I used to prioritize that one higher. I would say like in college.
That's interesting. Oh, that makes sense because like when you have a lot of roommates.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I don't think I care as much about that one.
Yeah. I definitely.
I actually don't think I care about that one at all.
I like cared more. Like I cared a lot more in college about like the state of things.
Yeah.
Because there were just a lot of people, and like that was the only thing that like if that's out of control, then so is everything else. Whereas now I feel like I'm just trying to like keep the lights on.
Yeah.
Up here,
seriously.
You know, like
seriously. Like I can't even service myself.
Just trying to keep the lights on.
Yeah. So the fuck. How am
what
I
are the
supposed
other
to
ones?
expect anybody else to do that? Gifts and
physical touch.
touch.
It's funny because I think most people think that physical touch would be the bottom of my list because I guess I'm cold. I've heard. But I feel like it's like, I don't feel like I'm like a physical touch, like a cuddly person, but I find it actually so nice when someone's talking to me and they're like,
yeah.
You know?
Except for that man.
But
yeah,
a
friend, yeah.
Like I actually am so comforted by that. I'm like, oh, that's sweet. That's so nice.
Yeah.
But it's funny because most of my friends growing up, I feel like you have kind of a different relationship with Amanda and Andrea, where you guys are like pretty cuddly. Like I feel like you guys are very physically affectionate. All of my like friends, like my close friends, are like also not physically affectionate. Like, yeah. So I'm like,
you don't know.
I'm not really either. Like I'm thinking like Eleanor and I are not hugging. We're like, well, maybe like when I say bye.
Yeah. Like hello, hi, and bye.
Maybe. I'm like trying to think. I'm like, did we? Joss and I definitely are like never. Like I hugged her one time.
Girl.
I hugged her once at the airport, and both of us were like, whoa, that was weird.
Girl, no.
Yeah, like it's just like I feel like me and my friends are
Girl,
like not
no.
really like that. Like we're just not really like that. Gwen, like Gwen a little
No,
bit
girl,
more.
you need a hug.
No, I'll cry on the spot. Don't touch me, I'll cry immediately.
Dude.
Me, like, every day, like, watching my TikTok videos, like,
no, like
moved, but by, like, people, like, not in my
you
circle
need, like,
at all.
we as humans, we need that.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
so serious.
that's why I think it's, like, it's third on my list.
Yeah.
Like, I can tell that it has importance,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't, action
Yeah.
on that love language.
I think my friends that are really good at physical touch, that, like, do it in a very, very comforting way, I would say Magna. Like, she's so motherly. Like,
Yeah.
for example, I was sitting next to her at sushi, and, like, we hadn't seen each other in so long.
Mhm.
She was just, like, petting the back of my head and,
That's
like,
cute.
playing with my hair while she was talking to, like, the person in front of me.
I just don't feel like I think Jessica and I were talking about this, where I'm like, I feel like I'm the oldest person in, like, all of my, like, friend groups.
Yeah.
So I'm not really coddled like
Yeah.
that. So I, like, and it, like, wouldn't really make sense. I feel like I don't, yeah.
Yeah. And then the other one that does it in, like, kind of an opposite way is Anna, like, where she's not doing the stuff that Magna's doing, where it's like she's petting someone's head or, like, the more motherly stuff. She's doing the more, like,
Baby.
like, oh, I'm gonna come sit on your lap. Like,
Yeah.
I miss you so much. Like, I know there's so much room on this couch. I'm literally gonna sit on your lap. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna watch whatever's on the TV. Literally on your lap and just, like, be here for 5 minutes while I'm talking to you.
That's cute.
Yeah. So she was, like, doing that all weekend. And then Amanda in Arizona is also, she loves the physical touch, where she's just, like, she loves, like, saying hello and hugging. Hello, hello hug, goodbye
No,
hug.
your friends are definitely, like, very.
Yeah.
They're.
Drea's less on the touch.
Yeah.
Physical touch, but, like, with me and Amanda, like,
Yeah.
she was, like, she'll allow it.
I feel like you guys have that.
So yeah, that's that.
But I feel like I can't really think of anyone in my, like, close circle where we're, like, super close
Yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
But we're all yappers.
Mhm.
Like, also, like, me and Amelia are definitely, like, not. I'm like, we're not hugging
Mm-mm.
and, like, sitting really close together.
I feel like Amelia, she kind of radiates that a little bit, where she is, like, oh.
Well, I mean, so,
Could have a hug.
like, Gwen and Eleanor are like that, too, because they're, like, both cancers, so they're very, like, caring. Gwen is a little bit more, like, I don't know, I just don't really have that. I just don't really have that going on.
Mhm.
I don't really have that going on. I used to be a hugger. In middle school. I was, like, an intense hugger. Like, I loved it. I'm trying to be better at it because I feel like something happened.
Yeah.
Probably around the same period that I, like, stopped putting my arms up above my chest.
Yeah, you're like, it's over.
Where I just, like, I feel like I don't really like moving in my body.
Yeah.
And hugging feels like one of those things where I'm, like, I'm moving a lot.
Right.
Don't know.
I don't know.
Unknown. But it is third. It's physical touch. Or not. Sorry.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. The universe is trying to get that out of you.
Whoa. It's quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch, acts of service, receiving gifts.
Right.
And acts of service and receiving gifts at the bottom of the list makes a lot of sense for me because both of those are the same. I like things to be done my way, and both of those things can't be done my way if other people are doing them.
That's true. Yeah, I don't really care about the gifts part. What was the other one? Oh yeah, physical touch. I think physical touch is, like,
I just took fourth.
Yeah, and then
Affirmations first.
Gifts are last. Yeah, I would probably say affirmations first now. Affirmations, quality time, service, touch, gifts.
Touch is fourth on yours?
Yeah.
Huh.
I need that, though. Like, technically it should be hand in hand with words, or with acts of service.
Right.
Like, it does have an impact,
Mm-hmm.
but I think less so.
I actually recently took the apology languages course, which is like love language. It's like the same kind of quiz as love languages, but it's for apology languages. And it was so fun. It was like even more fun than the love languages quiz because basically it was just giving you, like, scenarios and being like, what would you want someone to say to you? Like, would you want them to say this or this? And you had to pick back and forth. And the options are, I'm going to say them out of order so you could, like, catch the vibe. Planned change, make restitution, request forgiveness, accept responsibility, and express regret. like, those are the ways in which you want people to, like, apologize.
Yeah.
And it was like, kind of healing to take said quiz and imagine, like, what I would want someone to do. But it was so interesting at how, like, different it is from love languages. Because, like, love languages, I feel like both things, you're like, oh, like, either, like, both of those would be nice. I just prefer one of them over the other. Whereas with apology languages, for me, I was like, if someone said this, it would actually bother me. And they would need to say this in order for me to feel better.
Dang.
I'll have to send you the link.
Yeah. That's
it was like,
it's a new list.
It'd be like, what would you prefer your partner to say? Like, I'm so sorry that I hurt you and I feel awful about it. Or, I will make sure that I change what I did for the next time. Like, what do you want?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can take the quiz later.
Right,
but, like, those were the kind of the, like, differences.
We should take the quiz and we'll come back with it.
Yeah.
We should end this episode.
Oh, okay. How far are we?
We are, like, an hour and 15.
10:49.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so things of the week. My first thing is, I'll do a song. Let's see. I like to listen to... Okay, so my favorite on Cowboy Carter is Tyrant. Woo! Second favorite is Two Hands to Heaven. Shout out to Ryan Beatty for writing some of the songs. And then I've been listening... So Charlie XCX, she talked about the song that she thinks everybody should know. And it's called Pop the Glock by Uffy. And she just put me on something.
Oh.
That song is awesome.
Okay.
And my things of the week is the Boiler Room set. What else? And I tried the carbone pasta. That was good.
Yeah, you were moved by it?
I was moved by that. I don't think that's overrated.
It's not overrated?
I think it was really good. And their espresso martini was really good.
Wow.
What about you?
Listening to this week, I've been listening to Pang, the Caroline Polachek album from 2019. It was a perfect plane album, which the only other album that I listen to like aggressively on the plane is Blouse, because it just feels like I'm on a plane.
It's just quiet.
And this one felt the same, so I've been listening to that, and then also the Unheard EP by Hosier, like the one with Too Sweet on it. Those were also great for the plane.
Yes.
Amazing for the plane. Things this week. Oh, my books. I just really like when I'm really liking, I'm locked in now. I get what people are saying. I'm there. I'm also really excited about my shelving situation in my bedroom. Like, that feels good. I've been really on Pinterest. Thinking about my space and how I want to. It was nice to fill the holes in my room and like kind of start from scratch and reimagine. So yeah, that's kind of
I see it.
Otherwise, it's been chill.
Yeah.
It's been like not too much.
Right?
I mean, Mercury's in retrograde, and I'm like realizing things. Like I'm capital R realizing capital T things. So like not a lot is going on out here, but a lot is going.
Oh, she got the Bene Gesserit voice on.
Silence!
Whoa. Did anybody hear that?
Whoa.
Whoa, is the mother in the room with us? I think so.
Reverend Mother.
So Reverend Mother in the room with us.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. It's super late.
This is late.
Super late.
I think I have narcolepsy.
It's super late.
I'm literally like dozing off.
It's super late, guys. I'm gonna drink some
Baba.
Robitussin.